What up, YouTube? It's your boy, It's Carter TV, back with Chapter 5, Secrets in the Streets, Charlie's Mom. Now, this chapter, we're going to dig deeper into Charlie's mother's background due to the fact that there's a lot of controversy going on with her and why she died, you feel me? So, let's get right into it, you feel me? We start this chapter off with Destiny and Mo chopping it up. Basically, Mo was just basically venting to her about what's actually going on in the streets. She's basically like, yo, Destiny, it's a lot going on in the streets. I'm a little paranoid. I'm a little scared. It's a lot of killing going on. It's a lot of bodies dropping. It's a lot of kids getting shot. And I don't want to be a part of this if I'm killing kids and grown, like, innocent people, basically. Like, I don't know what to do. And I don't want to, disappoint Tony and make her feel like she can't trust me or anything else. She had me killed too. So Destiny was just like, do what you got to do to survive, girl. Do what you got to do to survive. You win it. I guess there's no turning back for you. So far, you can't, you're doing good, holding your own and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you really doing all right. Just, hold it down. You know what I'm saying? You got Storm. Hopefully y'all still together. She was like, yeah, we still together, whatever. But she's more involved in it than I am. You know what I'm saying? I was just in it, to get my money up and, be comfortable. Now it's like taking a toll on me. Like the other day, I just saw a little boy get his head blown off. And it shit rattled me a little bit because he was so innocent. He was like a 6-year-old boy. He got his head fucking tapped. Like, I damn near dropped the gun. And, like, if I wasn't hearing all the gunshots, I probably would have been dead with him. She's like, girl, calm down. It's all right. You're going to get through this. You got me. You got Vicky. We support you. We'll help you get through it. Basically, she's going through a little emotional meltdown after seeing a little boy get killed. This war is taking a toll on people. You feel me? So she then switches the subject and she was like, this whole thing and what Charlie got going on, like, I'm kind of wondering, did he start this war? Like, so Destiny goes, what you mean start the war? Like, the fact that his mother got killed behind all of this, like, it's a lot to be said. Like, we don't know about this lady. And, his mother got killed behind a lot of it. And the father went to jail, but then he came home and got killed too. So it's like, damn, what the hell's going on with his family that they keep dying like this? Like, the only person I think he got left is his aunt and his son. Like, I wonder if they're going to kill his aunt next. She was like, Destiny, I don't think they're going to kill the aunt. The aunt don't seem too much involved. Remember how his aunt is. She a snobby, person who don't give two shits about anybody else but herself. She's only in it for the money. She said, that's true, but I'm saying, though, like, what? She was basically like, what could have possibly happened between his mother and Tony for them to get her killed? So Destiny go, how you know, like, Tony got her mother killed? She was like, you don't know? Like, you don't know? Like, Charlie's mother is the reason why Tony is where she's at right now. She's like, what? Like, for real? She's like, yeah, I'm scared for Vicky. Like, she's dating him. They have a kid together and stuff like that. I don't want, her to be on the news or her kid. Like, I'm really concerned about her, You guys are my friends, like my best friends. Like, I'm very concerned. So she was like, let's go speak to her. Let's go talk to her and see what her mindset about this is. Let's see if she know anything about Charlie's mother. So they go over, they hit up Vicky. Hey, girl, what you doing? She like, oh, I'm just chilling here with the baby, bored out my mind. So she asked her, like, yo, was Charlie there? She was like, nah, he went to the store to grab us some things, for the baby and for the crib. So she's like, yo, y'all want to come over and chill? It was like, you know what? Yeah, we going to pull up. She's like, who's we? Because Destiny was on the phone with her. She's like, who's we? I said, oh, it's just me and Mo. Oh, she said, come on. I get y'all some wine and we could just sit and talk. So they go over to the Vicky's crib, right? And when they get to Vicky's crib, they sat in for like the first 2 minutes. The two girls, they ain't say anything. Vicky was like, how y'all been? And they was kind of quiet and looking at each other like. So Vicky was like, yo, what's going on? What happened? Like, did something happen to Charlie? Did something happen to Charlie? They like, no. And then Mo go, girl, what do you know about Charlie's mom? So that kind of struck her and it hit her like, what? Like, where did that come from? So Mo was basically like, a lot of this stench from her. Word is, Tony killed his mom. Tony killed his mom and shit like that. And then, she killed his father. So, like, where are you with all of this? And, like, are you and the baby going to be okay? Like, are they going to come for y'all next? So Vicky go, wait. Where's all this coming from? It was like the war that's going on in these streets, girl. Like, it's crazy out here. And ever since, the death of King and everything, and, all these shits, all these gangs that's happening, it's a lot taking toll. And the other day, Tony was looking for Charlie. I don't know exactly what she was looking for him for, but I'm hoping he all right. She said he came home last night pretty fine. I mean, whatever he got going on the streets, he makes sure he don't bring it home. He makes sure we're good. Like, so by him doing that, I could trust him and believe whatever he's taking care of in the streets, he leaving in the streets. He don't bring it home. That's the type of dude Charlie was. He made sure he didn't bring his street shit home. You feel me? Because if he felt like it was coming too close to home, he had to make maneuvers. So as far as his mother goes, this is Vicky speaking now. As far as his mother goes, I don't really know too much about the lady except that she was a nurse. And, she was good people's. She took Dale in when he was in the streets. She watched Charlie, KJ, and them grow up together. Like, they was like the three trio. So they was like, damn, girl. Well, maybe you could find out from him what his mother was really like. So, and Mo goes, you know what? I'm going to ask Tony. So Destiny looked at her like, girl, you bold enough to ask that lady that? She might flip when you trigger her name. She might flip or something. She's like, I just need to know, girl. Like, this shit is just blowing my, like, if this war is because of this lady, I need to know why I'm in this war. So they all was looking at each other at the end of it. And then we go to the next chapter where Sheena and Detective Johnson are in the streets. And Detective Johnson was like, yo, Sheena, the other day, I saw you doing paperwork for those guys that we had for your boy Felipe's crew. She was like, yeah, whatever. Some of them was involved in a homicide, right? She go, what? For real? I didn't know. I really didn't know. So Detective Johnson was like, yeah, you kind of got them guys off, and that could have, resolved a lot of our cases. She was like, oh, shit, I fucked up. Don't worry, partner, I'm going to make it up to you. I'll make it up to you. She said, don't make it up to me. You better make it up to the sergeant. He's pissed. So she was like, damn, fuck, right? So they still driving around. In the midst of them driving around, they get shot at. As they're driving, they're at a stop. They're at a red light. And a young man rolled up and started dumping at them. Boop, 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 boop. He started laying up the car. So Detective Johnson, he hit the gas. And swerved the car. Boom, and hit another car. As the boy was coming up towards the car, he saw Detective Johnson laying there. He thought he was dead. He saw Sheena moved and looked at her. Then he paused for a minute before he raised the hammer. He was about to finish her off. Well, he was about to finish her off until she looked up. It was like, waving her hand, no. And then I guess she mumbled some words without saying it, without the sound. And he read her lips. And he was like, shook his head. So through that going on, that little transaction right there, Detective Johnson was up when he peeped game. His eyes was up. He peeped who the dude was. As the dude turned away to walk away, he didn't know Detective Johnson was peeking at him. He peeked game. Then he closed his eyes and went back down. Boom. Sheena peeked him, look up, and dropped. So she assumed that he was dead on the spot. So she called me, she called for help and all that. Peoples came, ambulance came, sergeants and all the mad cops came rolling down. She instantly was like, I didn't see the shooter. Right? She thought her partner was dead. When the ambulance came and was like, he's all right. We got him back. They put him on a stretcher, took her to the ambulance. Sheena's like, what? He survived. Oh, she in her mind, she's like, oh shit. So right there, y'all already know she probably set that up on boy. Like, yo, you gotta get taken care of type shit. So the sergeant was like, yo, find out who that shooter was. He almost killed one of our own. So she was like, I'm on a cat. Before she was like able to hit back the streets, he told her, go get looked at first, make sure you all good and wounded and patched up to get back in these streets. So she was like, all right, cool. They take Detective Johnson to the ICU where he get his surgery and all that done on him, right? He's in surgery. She's there. She get looked at. She get patched up. She get cleaned up and all that. You know, other officers was asking her, like, what happened? She basically telling them, like, they was caught at a red light. And dude walked up to the car, started spraying. I ain't see his face. Because by the time the shots was going off, Detective Johnson peeled off the car and hit another car. And that was all she wrote. So they was like, all right, cool. We got to figure out who this dude was, you know. He almost killed one of our own. So right now, she need to go to her phone. She get a message from Felipe. He like, yep, yo. She's texting him like, yo, my partner's still alive. So he texted her like, we got to meet. So after she get cleared up and after she done talking to her peoples, she leaves the hospital. After she leave the hospital, she goes straight up to meet up with Felipe. She meets up with him and she was like, what the fuck? The first thing he goes is, what the fuck is you mean he alive? My boy said he was dead right there on the spot. My boy confirmed he was dead on the spot. What the fuck? So he grabbed up by her throat and was like, what the fuck you mean he alive? You asked me to do you a solid? And this is how you fucking repay me? He going ballistic because he basically confirmed she asked for this move. And she wasn't expecting her partner to survive this shoot. You feel me? She was like, come on, man. I wasn't expecting him to survive. I thought he was dead. So he break her loose. It was like, how the fuck you know he alive? How the fuck you know he alive? He's in surgery right now. He's in surgery. You feel me? I told him I ain't see the shooter. I didn't see who he was. So she was like, so we got a little window. This will work in our favor. While your partner's down and out, I should be able to get some shit going, get a couple of my guys still going, and get them moving. Because with him sticking his nose in shit that don't where it belong, it's going to cause us a lot of shit. I need you to take care of this. I don't give a fuck if he in surgery. Get his ass to the deceased and get it done, fucking Sheena. Get it fucking done. So she get a sign of relief like, this is some bullshit, right? It's some bullshit. She's saying to herself like, so she get relief from that, and then she dip off. So now we go to Charlie. We go to Charlie. Charlie's still contemplating what happened in his head before where he got shot at and saved Tony's life. He also was fed information that the organization was like literally at the grasp of his hands, and he ain't know who they was until Tony said something. So now that's playing in his head. He's also thinking about his moms, you know what I'm saying? With this, she used to be an agent shit, which he did not know. Him or his father, well, his father knew, but his father knew kind of late. But he did not know about his mother's background. So he has to, he take a consideration to that. Let me go find out what this lady's talking about. Let me see if this shit is all true about what she's saying about my peoples and why my mom's was killed. So he go to the hospital where she used to work and he asks around to see if anybody knew who she was. And a couple of nurses and a couple of doctors like, nah, I'm not familiar with her. They was too scared to say who she was. So nobody said nothing. This one particular nurse spoke up and she was like, are you Kim's son? Charlie, right? So he looking at the lady like, yeah, who you? He instantly got in his stance where he don't know what's about to happen right now. So he kind of like on guard. I knew your mom and she used to work here for quite a few. He was like, yeah, a lot of the doctors and nurses didn't want to say nothing. So the lady looked around and she grabbed him. She was like, come with me. She took him like low key into another spot where they could talk privately. You feel me? So she took him into another spot, like another room, and where she took private. So she basically was like, yeah, your mother used to work here, and a lot of people don't want to say who she is because a lot of people will fear that if they say something, they might get killed. So Charlie go, why would they get killed? My mother's already dead. So what else could they possibly do? She was like, in case you didn't know, the organization had her killed. So he was like, the organization? Why I keep hearing about these motherfucking organization people? So she goes, the organization is like a real like organization. They like control, the drug trade and anything that goes on. And apparently your mother was working with the feds, or she probably was a fed. I don't really know the full story on it, but she was doing something where she found out some information and they got a hold that she knew. That's why, they took her down. That's just the word I got. So he looked at the lady, he was like, how you know this? She was like, I kind of was like being nosy on your mom, sorry to say. But, from time to time, she would get these dudes. She would get this one dude and this one lady that would come in here and they would talk to her. And they was always in a suit. At first, I thought they probably could have been like people for a divorcement. Maybe her and your dad was going through it. Or maybe they was colleagues. But what made me think they was like cops and stuff like that, I saw one of them with a badge. She said, did you ever get their names? He was like, they was federal agents last time I checked. I didn't get their names. And stuff like that. So he was like, all right. So either my mother was working with, he's saying to himself, either my mother was working with the feds or my mother was a fed. So he like, it's possible, and the way they was talking is as if she already knew what to say and she already knew how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Judging by the way your body language was, it seemed like she knew them. Like she knew them very well. Like they knew each other from somewhere. So maybe you might want to, look up her name on computer documents or something. That's the best way I could tell you. But far as I know, your mother was either working with the feds or she was a fed. Now, this is news to Charlie because he didn't know that his mother was like a low key. He thought she was a nurse the whole time. Like growing up, he thought she was a nurse. You feel me? And he couldn't ask his father too much because his father's already gone. You know what I'm saying? So Charlie had to really dig deep now. He had to really dig into her background type shit. So as he's, doing his homework, he get a call from Dale. He get a call from Dale like, yo, I need to holler at you real quick. So he like, the fuck, nigga? Fuck you calling me for? He said, Charlie, I really need to holler at you for real. I really need to holler at you, bro. So he like, all right, cool. So basically, Dale meet up with him. He didn't pull up with sticks. He came dolo. He's going through some shit right now where he's like, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm stuck right now. So he meet up with Charlie. As he meeting up with Charlie, he hit Charlie like, yo, where you at, bro? Where you at, bro? Like I told you to meet up with me. I need to meet up with you. Where you at? So Charlie go, bro, I'm in the library. The nigga looked at the phone and said, nigga, the library? You got a fucking homework assignment? Nigga, what the fuck is that? He said, bro, you want to talk to me? I'm in the fucking library. And then Charlie hung up. So Dell is close by the library. He like, this motherfucker in the fucking library. This motherfucking school and shit. So he go in the library. He looking around. He looking for Charlie. You know what I mean? He looking. One of the librarians coming. You need any help, sir? He go, no, ma'am, it's all right. I'm just browsing. So Charlie here, he step out. He like, yo. He like, yo. He kind of do a little yo. Because, in the library, you can't really say too much. He kind of like, yo. So Dale heard him. And he kind of peeked. He's like, and then, he told the librarian, like, oh, excuse me, I see a friend of mine, a colleague over there of mine. Excuse me. So she go, okay. So he go over there to Charlie. Charlie is sitting at the computer doing his homework on his mom's and shit. So Dale come in. He sit right next to him and shit, And while he's sitting there, it's another kid sitting there. He part of Felipe crew. He's sitting there and he's just on a computer. Now, as he's on the computer, this kid that's part of Felipe's crew, he is on a computer that's like bullshitting. young kid, had to be about 15, 16. He's trying to, get into these gangs and get money. And he's like bullshitting on the computer type shit, right? Boom, that's a sidebar. He's sitting on the computer just bullshit. Dale comes in, sit down, and he look around. He's like, yo, motherfucker, why you in the fucking library? Why the fuck you in the library, nigga? Like, you in school or some shit? You gotta read a book, nigga? The fuck going on? So Charlie not paying him no mind. He looking in, and he get close up on the screen, and he know that he catch eyes about his moms. Da-da-da-da, information, her real name, such and such, federal agent. So he like get drawn back like, what the fuck? Working the case for like at least few years until she's deceased, right? Son, whereabouts unknown. You feel me? So Dale like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? So Dale look at the screen. Dale peep. Dale go, nigga, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? So Charlie looking like, yo, calm your fucking down, nigga. Calm the fuck down. The nigga who was on the computer bullshitting, he looked, because he seen how Dale react. He looked at the nigga, continued to do what he was doing. Now he's starting to pay attention because he want to see what they doing now. He low-key paying attention like this. He peeping over, right? So he looking, he like, yo, your mom's a fucking federal agent, nigga. So now they whispering to each other. You feel me? They whispering. Your mom's a fucking federal agent, nigga? I guess so. This is what Tony tried to tell me. He said, Tony told you this? So a name ring the bell in the nigga next door. He like, Tony, that name sound familiar. Let me pay more close. He like, yeah, nigga, the other day, this nigga D-Bear pulled up and he started spraying. About spraying at Tony, but I was over there in the area. He said, what the fuck? They're like, what the fuck is going on? He said, long story short, bro. She asked them, she pulled up on me. I was on the corner, I was talking to somebody. She pulled up on me. And she was like, the organizations, the people I've been around lately. So they're like, what? Nigga, just listen. He said, the organizations, people I just happen to been around, apparently they've been lying. And they using me to keep up with Tony. So, what you spying on bitches now? What the fuck? You on some creep shit? He's like, nigga, this ain't the time to be playing games, nigga. This ain't the time to be playing games, nigga. This is the shit why my mother was killed, nigga. She was doing homework on these motherfuckers. They found out and had her murked, nigga. He said, so Tony didn't kill your peoples. The organization had her lined up. He said, yeah, bro. She was telling the truth, son. So what happens now, nigga? He said, I go after the organization, nigga. I go after them niggas. He said, but you know what they look like. I said, yeah, I sure the fuck do. But it's one member I don't know. I don't know what that last person looked like, because last time I was told it's four of them. It's four of them. So they're like, it's four of them, but you only met three. So one is still out there, and Tony know who that person is. He said, so now you gonna trust Tony? I said, I can't trust the bitch. You know I can't trust the bitch. You know I can't do that. But I gotta play my part now. I got all my pieces. I got the puzzle and everything now, bro. It's finally fucking complete. I can get to work, nigga. I can do what I gotta do now. My mother will rest easy for sure. He said, so what about Tony, nigga? Like, what you gonna do about that situation? I don't know. I'll think of something when it come down to it, though. He said, damn, son. This shit just hit the fan, son. So, but they'll go, yo, fuck all that. Nigga, I got a situation at hand. He's like, what the fuck is up? He said, they got fucking Tony's niece. He's like, they who? D-Bear and them motherfuckers. He said, okay, they got her niece. So the fuck what? Why they didn't kill a bitch? He said, they want that bitch for ransom, nigga. They want that bitch. They want Tony. They gonna use that little girl to catch Tony. They gonna body that bitch, bro. Like, this war ain't gonna stop, nigga. This war is not gonna stop. Then you got this nigga Felipe dropping bodies left and right. So the nigga on the side hear this shit. He like, oh, okay. He heard enough. He about to dip now. So Charlie peeping him, looking, and he keep peeping. So he catch his face. Boom. He like, yo, Dale. He do a little hand sign. He like, what's up? The nigga behind you been peeping the whole time. So Charlie looked this way, Dale looked back behind him. And the nigga he was peeping, he catch eye contact with Dale. So Dale go, look, you good, homie? He like, I'm good. The nigga get up and dip real quick. He dipped real quick, right? He dipped, right? So he like, Charlie, what the fuck? He said, I don't know. But boy, he seemed a little suspect, son. He seemed a little suspect. I think the nigga was listening to our conversation. Once the nigga heard Felipe, the nigga eyes lit up. He might be Felipe's people, son. It could be a nephew or somebody or some sorts of some shit. Could be. Could fucking be. So they let the nigga slide, because Dale was going to smoke his ass, right? So he like, I think you might want to tell Tony, like, her niece has been held captive. I said, I can't tell Tony that shit. Is you dumb? I said, nigga, what else you gonna do? Like, but the fuck, nigga, like, you gotta tell her, nigga. Why me? Why you putting me in this shit? I'm not in this fucking war. He said, nigga, you is in it, nigga. You been in it, nigga. You been in this shit. Ain't no getting out now. So Charlie go, you right about one thing. It ain't no getting out until shit is dead and done with. Now I know the information on my mom's and why she was killed. I know what I gotta do now. I know what must be happening. He said, I'm glad we cool again, Charlie. You know I got your back 100%, nigga. Just tell me what you need to be done. He said, this war, son. Ever since this war been going on, it really been fucking up my pockets. I can't feed my son. He said, what we gonna do? He said, we gotta start going back OT. All right, I'm down with that. Where Sticks at? Sticks around. I told him to stay behind real quick because, you know, just in case. He said, what's the situation on Boss? Son, let me tell you, he go, how Boss smacking the bitch up, getting the bitch raped like 30 times in the motherfucker. He like, they raping that little girl? He say, yeah, boy. I can't hold you. The bitch is type solid because she been holding her own in there too. He said, damn, Tony ain't gonna like this. Shit. He said, do what you gotta do. He said, another thing, we gotta get rid of these two niggas, Felipe and D-Bear, son. We gotta get rid of them, son. Gotta get rid of them niggas. They causing a lot of problems. He said, yeah, they fucking up my money. And he's like, yo, Mink is missing, son. Mink is missing. We ain't here for the nigga. It's going on a month, son. I think the nigga might be dead. He said last time we checked, he went to go see his brother and shit. Oh, so Dale put two and two together. He's like, yo, maybe his brother got him, son. So Charlie like, why would his brother hold him captive? To keep that nigga from talking. Remember, he did show you that video of your pops. What happened to his uncle and shit. He like, you right. Word is, his uncle looking for you too. Oh, shit. Another motherfucking problem we got to deal with. He like, wait, nigga, you mean you? Oh, fuck you, nigga. So they have a laugh about it. Then we leave. We go to Mink. He's still trapped. It's been a minute since niggas heard from Mink. You feel me? He been held captive. He been chained up downstairs. And he's in like a solid room where they can't hear him. And he can't really hear them. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're really close. You know what I'm saying? So he's been on guard because Mink could low-key escape. So to prevent him from escaping, his brother put like a little guard down there. And basically him and Mink, the guard and Mink kind of been getting close because, you know, that's who he's been talking to and all that. And Mink is held captive where he's chained up downstairs. He only got a box TV where it's only like basic channels. Like his brother brings him food, you know, down there so he could be situated. You feel me? So he don't have no special way of getting out. While being down there, he's learning how to escape shit by like just trying to do other shit. You feel me? So he asked the guard, he was like, yo, let me get a pen, man. The nigga like, what you need a pen for? Ain't nothing in the right. You ain't got no paper or nothing. He's like, oh, shit, you right. I do need a pen or something to write with something. He's smart. He asked the nigga, like, you got like a thumbtack, a razor, or like a pen or something so I can write on the wall. I want to write on the wall. I want to do something besides watch this boring ass TV. He said, I ain't got shit. So he like, man, just back up from the door, man. He said, I'm bored as fuck down here, nigga. Shit, I want to get the fuck out. So he's looking around. He's scrimmaging. He see a rat, big ass rat, coming through a hole. Boop. So he go over there to the peep the hole. He looking at the hole. He like, this motherfucker could get in here. It's a motherfucking way out of here. You know what I'm saying? So Mink like, all right. So Mink now, he patting on the wall. It's hollow. The wall's a little hollow where he at. Apparently in this basement that he's in, there's like a secret passageway that could like lead to outside or back upstairs type shit that his brother forgot to mention or forgot to tell the guard down there. I think it slipped his brother mind too. So now he banging on it, he knocking it. He notices he can get through that motherfucker. That little crack hole turned into a bigger hole now. Now where this wall is, it's like around the corner. It's like he's in some type of basement where it's around the corner. It's a low-key spot. If he go around there, the guard can't see him. You know what I'm saying? The guard can't see him. So basically the guard probably thinking he taking a shit, taking a piss or some shit at his lone time. Doing whatever he could do to stay out of sight. So now Mink putting that into perspective. He like, I just got to get this fucking chain off my leg. You feel me? The chain is stretched out for him to just walk around, basically. Come back, walk around, come back, walk around. That's how good the chain worked. Now, with that being said, he finds a little clip. You know, the little paper clips that you could put on your papers, stacks of papers and shit. He unbends it. He fucks with the lock. He hit a guard coming in there with the food. He hides the clip. Go back. You're like, you good? Oh, I was just taking the shit. He actually passed gas, so the smell could, smack him. He's like, oh, damn, nigga. Like, oh, she should have told the nigga. He's like, you drop the food and get up out of here. Get up out of here. I gotta finish up. So the guard like, all right. He like, damn, that motherfucker stink. I'm gonna bring you some air freshener, bro. So he did. Now the guard left the nigga downstairs. He said I gotta run upstairs. I'm gonna grab his air freshener. I'm gonna use the bathroom type shit, right? That's why he left. Mink took that minute. Broke free. He got free. Broke out. Beat that wall in. Got through that wall. He took a paper. I don't know if the guard left the paper behind, but he kind of took the paper and kind of concealed the wall, right? He concealed the wall and shit and left the paper there. Now, when the guard came back, he just like, y'all left this shit right here. Boom. Closed the door and didn't think nothing of it. He didn't think nothing of it. So Mink in the wall, traveling. Boop. He getting free. He getting free. He getting free. He break out into a sewer line where he drops into the sewer. Boop. Oh, shit. Smelling like shit and all that. Break out. He see a ladder. Boom. He back in the street. He back in the world now. He break free. Boom. So now that he did that, his first thing is to do, find Charlie, find Dale, find Sticks. He got to find his peoples, just let him know what's going on, right? So he hit the streets. Boom. After that, his brother come. Yo, God, how my brother ain't doing? He doing good. Last time I was in there, I dropped food off and, and that was the end of it. I ain't really heard from him since. So he was like, all right. So Caruso go in. He look around. The food hasn't been touched. So he like, the food ain't been touched. He over there. He look at the chain. The chain go around the corner. So he follow the chain, head down. He turn. It's an empty ass chain with no body around it. So he run back to the guard. Yo, where the fuck my brother at? The guard looking at him like, what the fuck you mean with your brother hand in there? He grabbed the nigga by his neck. Nigga, you see any fucking body in here, nigga? You see any fucking body here? He said, oh shit. Oh shit. Where the fuck he go? So he smacked it. What the fuck you mean where he go? Find him, motherfucker. Find him. Get your ass out there and find his ass. So they see the rat coming from behind the poster. So the nigga like, oh shit, that big ass rat. So Caruso like, where the fuck that shit came from? So the guard like, I think behind this poster. So Caruso ripped the poster off and he see a big ass hole. He like, oh shit. This motherfucker done got the fuck away. How? So Caruso looking around, he found a pen. He said, you gave him this? He said, nah, I ain't give him that. I ain't give him that. He must have found that in here somewhere. So he back out his hammer. I said, you sure you ain't give him this? He said, nah, man, I ain't give it to him. I swear. Get out there, get a couple guys to go find my fucking brother. So he like, shit. So the father started coming down the stairs. The guard dipped past the father, hit up the streets. So he comes downstairs, he's in his basement. He's like, who the fuck was in here? So Caruso like, oh, one of the girls I had, she was going to snitch, so I kept her hostage. He said, one of the girls you had, huh? Why you just didn't kill the bitch? I liked her, Dad. Now look, your bitch done ran through the hole like a fucking rat. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna find her. Don't worry about it. Find her. You need to find your fucking brother. You worry about bitches. Go find your brother, man. So he smacked him in the head. Go find your fucking brother. So the father started looking around. He started investigating. He started looking. He like, a female was down here, huh? This don't look like no female chill spot. So he looked, he peeked, he see a bucket. He said, nah, I don't think a female was down here. I think it was a dude. All right. So he dipped back up. As he dipped back up, he get a visitor. It's Charlie. Feel me? So they like, yo, boss, someone here to see you. He's like, who? Some kid named Charlie. Charlie? So the father come back out. He like, the great infamous Charlie. I'm glad you came to me and I didn't have to go looking for you because I actually was looking for you. So he backs out his hammer. First thing, where's my son? So he goes, well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. He was like, you ain't in the predicament to be talking to me about a motherfucker thing. Just tell me where my son is. He said, Charlie goes, listen, I ain't come here for problems. I ain't come here to make problems. I just came to talk. If you can hear me out, give me 5 minutes of your time, that'll be delightful. Otherwise, if we can't talk, then how you ever gonna find your son? So the guy looked at him and was like, all right, come with me. They go into the room. They go in there and sit down. There's 2 dudes in their room with them, both holding shotguns, ready, just in case they gotta blow Charlie's head off. So Charlie peeping the whole situation. So he like, all right. He's like, so what we want to talk about? I said, well, first off, I'm very cool with your son. I just want to let you know that. He actually came to me and he showed me a video, right? He showed me a video. He said, what kind of video? So Charlie's pulling out the phone. The dudes with the shotgun cocked back and was pointing at him. And the boss was like, the guy was like, Charlie was like, yo, I'm only pulling out my phone. So they backed off. Charlie played the video for him. Boom, sat it down. Now on that video was Caruso shooting his uncle. Boop, boop, boop. The father's taken back by this. Like, what the fuck? The father's stunned. Like, so as you can see, my father didn't kill your brother. They was actually good friends. He said, how'd you get this video? His son, Mink. He came to me, he showed me. Okay. So that little motherfucker lied. Killed my brother. He blamed it on your dad. I'm gonna cut his fucking balls off. So he goes, Charlie, are you into the business? Actually, I am. But it's hard to make money out here with this big ass war going on. He said, yeah, I understand that. I see that as going on. But there's always another way. He said, oh, you got another way? I said, I sure do. He said, when you was getting money, how was you getting your product? Your son Mink. So the dude face lit up when he heard that. He said, my son Mink, he was supplying you? He was actually making it for me. He's a real good chemist. So the dude was like, that boy never ceased to amaze me. So now the father's putting two and two together. Is like, this is why Caruso couldn't find his brother. This is probably why his brother was downstairs in the basement hiding out. So the father like, so there wasn't no female downstairs. That was his brother who happened to escape. So he's like, what do you mean? So the father goes, my son was just here recently. His brother hid him from me. And I think he hid him from me because he didn't want me to see that video. So now that I've seen the video, now he's out there looking for his brother. He thinks he's going to come back here with Charlie. I got a plan for his ass. So he's like, Charlie, I appreciate you coming to let me know what's going on. I really do appreciate it. And now I know my son ain't dead. I ain't got to kill you. So Charlie's face is like, oh, ain't that a blessing, I guess? And he said, listen, find my son first. You bring him to me. All right? We'll talk business. See you around, kid. So Charlie did. He cleared that up. He hit Dale. Yo, we good on over here. So Dale like, all right, bet. So while Dale was, talking in, boss is keeping people on him like, who you talking to? He's talking to some bitch. She's trying to see. You sure? Dale snatched his phone. You talking to Charlie. You talking to that nigga Charlie. So he like, boss, give me back my fucking phone before I blow your head off, nigga. Why you talking to this nigga, son? You know that nigga shot at D-Bear the other day? Yeah, when he was with your wife, bitch. So boss was like, that ain't my wife no more. Fuck that hoe. Fuck her niece too. So boss does this little move. He like, here your phone, little bitch. Fuck out of here. Dell dipped off. Boss go to the room where D-Bear is and like, yo, we got a rat in the can. Like, what you mean? This nigga Dell, he spoke to Tony. He been keeping eyes on us and shit. He been helping that girl. He said, what the fuck you mean? He been feeding her intel. She probably about to hit us real soon and shit. Oh yeah? Alright. Smoke his ass. So Sticks was in the room at the time he heard this. Sticks was in the room. Boss didn't know he was in the room with them. There's a bunch of dudes in there and they was talking. He peeped game. Sticks peeped game. He texted Dale like, yo, boss trying to line you. He text Dale instantly. Yo, boss trying to line you. Be on the lookout. Nigga D-Bear coming for your neck. So Dale seen the message. He like, what the fuck? Right? After that, Vicky pull up on Charlie. Charlie was on his way back actually to the crib when she pulled up on him. And she was like, Charlie. She was like, oh, hey, babe. He was like, hey, babe, what's up? I need to talk to you. Not right now. I got you to go handle something. She said, please, I really need to talk. We really need to talk. So he was like, all right, cool. They go back to the crib. You know what I mean? They go back to the crib. So he go, what you want to talk about? What you want to talk about? So she like, do you know anything about your mom? So he basically told her what it was. He was like, yeah, my mother was a federal agent working a case on an organization. They got wind and they had her killed. So off rip, she was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that bit of information. So she was like, where's your head at right now? I said, right now it's still on my shoulders, unfortunately. So he basically was just like, she was like, okay, what do you want to do now? He said, right now I'm gonna just play my part. Right now we ain't really got much money, and you and our son need to eat. You feel me? You and our son need to eat. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You heard? So she was out. She was out of work for a little minute because she had the baby and shit. Now she's, she's good and good and back on her feet. She was like, I'm gonna go back to work. She said, he was basically like, nah, I don't really want you to go back to work at this point in time with this war going on in these streets. I prefer you to just chillax and, try to find a job from home. He ain't necessarily you can't go back to work. He just don't want you wandering back and forth to work and then something happened. Now he got that on his mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm very concerned about you. You my girl. So he like, I appreciate you being concerned, but I'm good. So he was like, listen, I'll make a deal with you. You feel me? Let me teach you how to shoot and carry a gun, and I'll be okay with you going back to work. So she was like, I don't really like guns. She said, listen, it's the only thing that will keep me secure. You feel me? I'll teach you what I need to teach you. And long as I know you good, I'm good. Give me that. So she was like, all right, I'll do it your way. So he basically pulled out his hammer and he was teaching her how the hammer go. Now we slide off to Tony. You know what I'm saying? Tony is making moves. She still don't know where her niece is. It's been a couple days now. She ain't hear from her. She getting a little worried and shit. So what happened now is Storm, she's outside, she chilling, she's smoking a blunt, getting high. And she chilling with a couple of the guys. A dude pull up with a hoodie over his head. Boom! Walking up, they all on guard. He go straight to Storm. He go to her, I'm like, yo, I know what Tony's niece is. So Storm back out like, yo, who the fuck is you? So he kept his face covered. He like, yo, don't ask no fucking questions. If you want to know where the fuck she at, just listen. So Storm just listen in. She's at such and such place. Let Tony know what the deal is, and they armed and ready for her. Right? They armed and ready for her. He's like, how the fuck you know that? Just know I know. Go get word to your boss, bitch. And then he walk away. The dude walk away. You feel me? So Storm like, so the niggas is looking like, yo, who was that? I don't know. Storm turned back around. She go to Star. Star like, yo, they found mine. Where she at? D-Bear got her. How the fuck you know? Motherfucker just pulled up and told me in front of the guys. Who was it? The nigga had his face covered. So she called Tony. Tony like, yo, they got your niece. He's like, who got my niece? D-Bear. So he's like, D-Bear got my fucking niece? That motherfucker's dead. Click. So Tony get in her bag now. Tony get in her bag, you feel me? Boop, she line up a couple dudes, da-da-da-da-da. And they start hitting the D-Bear's crew. Now, Tony had another plan. Tony had this war going on and she needed to shake the war off. You feel me? She needed to shake the war off. She needed something so she could get rid of both guys with one stone. You feel me? With one stone. So what she do is she have a couple people go to D-Bear to get her niece. They get lined up over there. And then she also goes, she sent a couple guys to Felipe's area. Right? Now, remember the little nigga that was in the library with Charlie? He so happened to be around a facility. They see him. They snatch him up. Come here. Boop. Threw him in the truck, beat him up, wrapped him up. Now, what they do is they head back over. Before they head back over to where D-Bear crew is, they start spraying it up. Boop, 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 boop. In Felipe's area. Boop, boop, boop. They blow a house up. Boom. Blow a house up, snatch boy up, and then skate back. They get back over there. Tony jumps out the car, grab the little nigga, grab him. They hit D-Bear's building. They rush the shit. Boom, boom, boom. Guns blazing. It's a war going on in this building. D-Bear like, oh shit, I'm stunned by this shit. This shit is going on like this. They find Mike, beat the fuck up, chained up, bloodied up. She's up there like Sharon, look like she's about to just completely give life. She's like blacking in and out. You feel me? Tony comes in the room and see her chained up, break her loose. She's like, I got you, man. So she looks up, sees Tony, and falls back out, right? They carry her out, shooting, blazing, going out. They leave the little nigga, they grab the little nigga, throw him in there, and leave him in there. Dip out. Now, D-Bear was just like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? So boss, like I told you, we got a snitch in the camp. We got a snitch in the camp. We got a fucking snitch in the camp. So D-Bear was like, yo, find that nigga there. He a fucking dead man. In the chapter there, baby.
That's crazy, baby.